Have you felt it lately? The ground under your feet doesn't seem as firm, your balance feels off, and the simple act of climbing a staircase leaves your legs quivering like leaves in the wind? Maybe even rising from bed feels like pushing against an invisible weight. That's not just age creeping in, no. Something deeper is unfolding. The strength of your muscles is slipping away, little by little, almost without sound. The doctors have a name for it, sarcopenia, and it reaches into the lives of nearly 1 in 3 men and women over 60. It doesn't announce itself with a shout, it whispers, it steals quietly, until one day ordinary tasks feel like mountains, and the fear of falling becomes a shadow over daily life. But listen to me, there is hope, radiant hope. The Creator placed within the human body a resilience stronger than we dare imagine. That spark hasn't left you. And the answer isn't always found in the shelves of a pharmacy. Sometimes it sits right on the table in your home, wrapped in the simplicity of a piece of fruit. 7 fruits, in fact, that carry within them the strength to slow the fading of muscle, to rebuild what was lost, to restore the confidence in your steps. These aren't rare treasures locked away in far-off lands. They're common, they're near, they're gifts from the earth itself. And I'll tell you this, one of them will catch you by surprise. So let's begin. Let's turn to a fruit so many dismiss as useful only for digestion. Yet within it lies more power than most ever dreamed. Prunes. Prunes. Yes, those little wrinkled fruits people often laugh about and dismiss as nothing more than nature's remedy for digestion. But don't let their size or their reputation fool you. Inside each one is a treasure chest of strength for weary muscles. Think of potassium, the mineral your muscles lean on for every movement, every step, every climb. Without it, the body complains with cramps, with twitches, with legs that shake as though the ground has betrayed you. And here's the surprise, just 5 or 6 prunes, about 100 grams, give you more potassium than a banana. That's not a snack, that's fuel for the fight. Yet potassium is only the beginning. Prunes are armed with phenolic compounds, warriors against the slow fire of inflammation that wears down strength year after year. And woven into their very flesh is vitamin K, the quiet builder of bones, making sure your frame stands firm so muscles and skeleton can walk in harmony. You don't need a bowlful to see change. 3 or 4 each day is enough to bend your story toward renewal. Eat them as they are, stir them into oatmeal, drop them into smoothies, or sprinkle them on a salad. Better yet, soak them overnight and drink the sweet dark water with the fruit at dawn. That's not just routine. It's a ritual of strength, simple and powerful, reminding you that tomorrow can be steadier than today. Red grapes. Now picture the cluster of red grapes resting in your hand. They look small, ordinary, sweet to the tongue. Yet beneath that skin lies a secret soldier, resveratrol. A word that sounds complicated, but its mission is clear. To guard your muscles against the slow decay of oxidative stress, the wear and tear of life itself. Resveratrol doesn't stop there. It breathes life into circulation, moving oxygen and nutrients through your veins like a river of renewal. Have you felt cold hands, aching feet, or heaviness in your legs? Better blood flow may be the answer you've been praying for. And tucked in those grapes is another army, flavonoids, fighting inflammation that robs you of strength. Studies even whisper that a single cup, just 2 handfuls a day, can cut muscle loss by nearly 20%. Imagine it, fruit, as common as grapes, standing in the gap against decline. And here's a marvel, they feed your mitochondria, those tiny engines inside each cell. With age, those engines sputter, but resveratrol stokes the fire, giving you more stamina, more endurance for the climb, the walk, the life you still want to live. Eat them whole, skin, seeds, and all. If the crunch troubles you, blend them into a smoothie, freeze them for a cool delight, or stir them into yogurt. Each small choice adds up to a great change. Padron peppers. From the vineyards we move to the fields of Spain, where little green peppers wait to surprise you. Padron peppers. They may look like nothing more than tapas, blistered and salted in a pan, but inside them is a power most overlook. 5 or 6 peppers are enough to shower you with more than your daily need of vitamin C. And vitamin C is not just a shield against colds. It's the very ingredient your body uses to weave collagen, the rope that ties muscles to joints, joints to tendons, tendons to strength. Without it, stiffness grows, recovery slows, and the bounce of life seems lost. These peppers also carry capsaicin, gentle yet strong, opening blood vessels, stirring circulation, pushing nutrients where they're needed most. Cook them with a splash of olive oil and dust them with turmeric, and you've woven a healing meal. The oil feeds the heart, the turmeric drives out inflammation, and the peppers deliver strength. 5 minutes on the stove, and you've built not just a snack, but a medicine born of the earth. Arbutus berries. And then there are the hidden fruits, rare jewels tucked away in creation, arbutus berries. You won't find them in neat piles in every supermarket. You may stumble across them at a farmer's stall, or see them glowing red against the bark of twisting trees on a hillside. If you do, don't walk past. Stop. Receive them as a gift. These little berries hold more vitamin C than an orange, twice as much, pouring out the very nutrient your muscles need to stitch and mend, to recover, to move without stiffness or pain. For anyone past 60, where healing slows and recovery takes longer, arbutus berries feel like a fresh wind pushing your sails forward again. But their gift doesn't end there. They hold flavonoids and tannins, those quiet defenders against inflammation. The fatigue you carry, the stiffness you feel, the sluggish steps, they often trace back to that hidden fire of inflammation. These berries whisper against it, calming, restoring, making way for oxygen and life to flow again. And with that flow comes energy, steadiness, and renewed strength. Enjoy 4 or 5 a day if you can find them, fresh or gently cooked. Simmer them with honey and lemon into a healing spread, or stir them into yogurt with a touch of ginger. They remind us of something we often forget, that health doesn't always come from the loud or the flashy. Sometimes it hides in the humble, waiting quietly until we notice. Golden kiwi. On the grocery shelf, tucked between the familiar apples and oranges, sits a golden treasure most people pass by without a second thought. The golden kiwi. Smooth on the outside, glowing with sunlight on the inside, it carries strength in a form so small you might overlook it. But don't. One golden kiwi carries nearly twice the daily vitamin C your body needs. That's the very fuel for collagen, the tie that binds your muscles and bones, the safeguard that keeps recovery swift after strain. Yet there's more. Hidden inside this little fruit is an enzyme called actinidin. Think of it as a key that unlocks the protein from your meals, your chicken, your beans, your fish, so your muscles can actually use it. As the years pass, our bodies sometimes struggle to draw strength from the food we eat, but actinidin helps carry that nourishment straight into the fibers that keep you standing tall. Start simple. Eat 1 golden kiwi first thing in the morning, before anything else. Let it wake your digestion, lift your energy, prepare your body for the day's work. Pair it with a few walnuts and a touch of raw honey, and you've built a breakfast that hums with protein, healthy fats, and gentle sweetness. Easy to chew, kind to the stomach. Golden kiwi is proof that small things can carry great strength. Loquats. Maybe you've walked past them before, little golden orange fruits hanging under glossy green leaves, glowing like lanterns in the sun. Loquats. Sweet, tangy, refreshing, and one of the most overlooked gifts for keeping muscles alive with strength. Their secret? A compound called ursolic acid. Researchers have watched it carefully, and what they found is astonishing. 4 to 6 loquats a day, just a handful, helped older adults regain muscle strength and cut the risk of sarcopenia nearly in half. Imagine that, a fruit in your palm, changing the course of your later years. And they bring more than muscle. Loquats carry carotenoids to guard your eyes and skin, potassium to steady your heart and calm your muscles, and soluble fiber to keep blood sugar in balance. Peel away the skin, toss out the seeds, and taste their juicy sweetness as it drips down. Or simmer them gently with lemon and cinnamon. Serve warm over oats or yogurt, and feel the comfort of food that heals as it delights. Wild blackberries. Walk into a summer field and pick a handful of blackberries, and you're not just tasting sweetness, you're tasting strength. Their deep, royal purple isn't just for beauty. That color signals anthocyanins, fierce defenders against the fire of inflammation. And if you've listened closely, you know inflammation is the silent thief. It steals your strength, clouds your balance, and leaves you weary. A handful of these berries is like sending an army into your cells. They're rich in vitamin C to stitch collagen, and manganese to spark energy and quicken recovery. Just 10 or 15 berries, one small bowl, can slow muscle breakdown by nearly a quarter. That isn't theory, that's freedom. Freedom from falls, freedom from weakness, freedom to rise and move with confidence. And the blessing doesn't stop with the body. Those same antioxidants reach the brain, sharpening memory, steadying coordination, protecting against decline. Each berry is a promise that clarity and strength don't have to fade. Enjoy them any way you like. Scatter over breakfast, blend into a smoothie, freeze them for a refreshing treat, or drop them into sparkling water for a lift. Add flaxseed oil, and you've doubled their healing power. Whether picked fresh from the bramble or bought frozen in a bag, let them remind you that sometimes the greatest gifts of health grow in the simplest places. A final word. 7 fruits. 7 reminders that God has placed strength within reach of every hand. Prunes to steady your steps with potassium. Grapes to send life rushing through your veins. Golden kiwis to unlock the protein you already eat. Loquats to guard you with ursolic acid. Padron peppers to build collagen. Arbutus berries to flood you with vitamin C. And blackberries to steady your body and sharpen your mind. Don't try to take them all at once. Start with 1. A few prunes in the morning. A cluster of grapes with lunch. A kiwi before breakfast. Each small step builds on the last. Muscle fades slowly, but so does the rebuilding. Choice after choice, bite after bite. Every fruit is more than food, it's freedom. Freedom to walk without fear. Freedom to rise without struggle. Freedom to keep living with dignity, energy, and joy. Every bite is a declaration. You are not finished yet. The gift of strength is still yours to claim.